Okay, welcome back to Dominion 6. Last time we looked at the bees, Melita. Very fun faction. They had a lot of bees. It was big on bees. We swarmed the bees. This time we're doing something completely different, however. We're heading to the Lakes of Holly to see the King in Yellow. And we're going to play as Carcosa, which is a modded nation, of course, but a very cool looking one. Last time we did Dawn of Dominion. I do really like that map. I could probably play on that map quite a lot, but I think we'll go with vanilla for this one. It gives kind of a darker tone to the game, I feel. It's a little bit darker, and this is going to be a bit of a darker playthrough. This is Mangg's LP's 21. And we're going Middle Ages. We're going to do the same thing that we did last time. So we'll have 6 AI and us. And we're going to go with Carcosa, Shattered Sun. And this should be on standard as usual. All right, let's go over Carcosa. Once a prosperous metropolis, Carcosa is now a warped and broken reflection of its former self. When the Pantocrator disappeared, so did his 7 seals that protected the world from the horrors of the void. One such entity was the Sun in Splendor, a being of great radiance that fell onto the world and shattered upon collision with the city of Carcosa. While its corpse has grown dimmer in the world of man, in the astral spheres its radiance has not diminished, and some shards have regained conscience. Making use of the remaining light as a beacon, the dreams of Carcosa and the light from a fiercer place invade weak minds through the accursed yellow sign. Hordes of dreamers and madmen gather under the command of the tattered kings in their bid for godhood, and perhaps a chance of reforming what has been lost. Yes. Alright, we have disposable human cultists, temple-summoned void beings, and well-equipped and trained dreamers. Our military is void beings and human cultists. Our magic is strong astral and glamour. Some fire and death. High magic gem income. Priests are also strong, and aspirants can temple train void beings and do not require labs to recruit. And we get magic limit +1 on our scales. We have standard forts. We start with a fortified city. Our temples cost 300 only. All right. So we want temples everywhere. We're finally might be a little competitive on Dominion. Commanders. We have a Dreamer. So, okay, Sacred, Stealth, with Divine Insights. So he can research very, very poorly. Basically just a scout. Right. Noble in Yellow. Level 1 Priest. Has various 10% chances for fire, astral, death, or glamour. Sacred, spirit sight, blind. Void sanity says they're less likely to go insane when influenced by the void. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Most of this obviously is going to be early A stuff that they have carried over. Mind slime. Anyone close to this unit will be slowed down as their minds get exposed to visions from beyond. The effect is possible but difficult to resist with magic resistance. Beings with void sanity are immune to the mind slime effect. Value of this ability is the area of effect. So this is not a... So, I mean, it will hit friendly targets, keep in mind. Unless they are... they have void sanity, which is this trait, which most of our stuff should. So it's just like indie stuff we might have or something like that. And then Spell Singer. Spells take more times to cast, but take far less fatigue. No effect on divine spells. Alright. He's got a Meteorite Blade, 20 magic slashing damage, and the Yellow Sign. Length 5, it's not ranged. 112 attacks, so it's guaranteed to hit. And it will stun, but magic resistance negates easily. Doesn't affect mindless or blind. and it can't be repelled. So it's a nice stun effect most of the time, but anyone with reasonable magic resistance will probably never get affected by it. He's got a pale mask, of course, meteorite armor, and a void pattern shield. So 12 hit points, 18 protection, 100 leadership, 50 magic leadership. A solid military commander. I don't know if he's quite thug status. Depends, maybe if he gets ethereal or something and kits out on gear, but I don't tend to do that often, and we'll probably have better thugs. The aspirant, level 1 priest, 60% for fire, astral, death, and glamour, and then separate 20% chances for the same stuff. So theoretically, I mean, you could have a guy with, it would be an insane roll, but you could have, say, 2 fire, 1 astral, 1 death, 1 glamour, but that's very unlikely. But he'll almost always have one thing. 7 research is not super high. Phantom of Truth. Okay, they get yellow robes, cool. They have the Shining Gaze, which is like the yellow sign, but it's called something different. They get 2 tentacle attacks, 2 astral, 2 glamour, 1 holy, and then either fire, astral, death, or glamour. So they could hit 3 astral, 3 glamour. One of those. 15 research. They are inquisitors, so they're very good at preaching against hostile dominion. They're also spies, so they get more intel from scouting out things. But yeah, they're kind of our main researcher, except they take 4 recruitment points. So really, these are our main researcher, and that's why we need the higher magic score. I'm hesitant to make a lot of these, because they're not super useful, but depending on how many astrals they pick up, they could be communions. And then Sun in Rags. 700 gold, 4 recruitment points, 36 hit points, 14 protection, 20 MR, 15 morale, 13 defense, 18 combat speed, 170 magic leadership, fire 1, astral 3, 1 death, 2 priest, and then they get fire, astral, death, glamour twice. So these guys will be big papa spellcasters. I mean, these are your thugs if you're gonna just recruit a thug. Fear 5, Mind Slime 10, Fire Resistance 10. They got the Shining Gaze, a Life Drain attack, and then 3 magic tentacles that all deal weakness. Yeah, this is your thugs. Unfortunately, they only get 3 miscellaneous slots and a body slot, and then a crown or laurel. So, but they don't really need extra weapons. It would just been maybe nice to grab a shield, but yeah, or a horror helmet. But they already have fear aura, so yeah. I mean, it's pretty damn solid. Our units, we don't have many just to recruit. We have a Carcosan cultist. As to be expected, pretty darn shit. They're undisciplined slaves. They have a dagger, but it does say they arm themselves with whatever they can find, and combat prowess between them may vary a lot. So we may just recruit like 10 of these and just have a look at what we could get. But Renegade Warriors, also pretty damn cheap. Also pretty damn shit. Mostly very average, but 7 protection. Pretty below average. They have length 3 spears, 14 damage, 12 attack. They do get shields, but it also says they're more skilled, vastly better armed than the average cultists. They're assembled from all manner of deserters. They can use spears, swords, and axes. So they're kind of like the orcs or something when we did that, where you just are never quite sure what you're going to get. Renegade skirmishers. These are the ranged version. You get crossbows or short bows. And then the warriors in yellow. Now here's your solid troops. Expensive, 25 gold, 31 resources, but 18 protection, 12 morale, 15 defense. They have the magic meteorite blades and the yellow sign for stuns. Void pattern shields, meteorite armor, pale mask. They're basically just the unit version of this commander, which means they're pretty strong. So if we wanted to go scales, it would be because of these guys. Right, and then we can see some of the stuff. Actually, we could look at all the different cultists. So those get a torch. 13 damage with 8 armor piercing fire damage. These guys get a net, which is not bad. These guys get pitchforks, length 3, 15 piercing. And flails. 15 damage twice. +2 versus shields. Okay, and then the renegades are more interesting, probably. Yeah. Yeah. And that defense is just really low. It's hard to say. They're pretty chaff, I gotta say. I don't know how tempted I am to actually make them. But then we get into our magical stuff, and we'll see like how accessible this all is. How easy it is to make them all. They don't cost any gold, but 44 recruitment points. But I mean, this I assume is one of the most basic things. 24 hit points, 6 protection, 7 defense. 15 MR is good. They're slow. They're sacred, though, and they have regeneration 25%. Shock, cold, poison resistance. They have slime, which does special. I assume that's a slow, because that's usually what slime is. And then 3 tentacle attacks, dealing 10 damage. Armor piercing. Length 0, though. But they're sacred, so, you know, there's possibilities there. I don't know exactly what you do with it. Lesser otherness. I mean, all these things are going to be sacred. Regeneration 10%, slash, blunt, pierce resistance, shock, fire, cold, poison resistance. They trample. They are mindless. They do have a crush attack, but mostly you care about the trample. They're size 3, so that's not really that useful, because trample only works on smaller targets, so size 1 and 2, unless you enlarge them, but we don't really have access to nature, so we'd have to take like the enlarge bless to bump them up to 4 so they could trample humans. Or you could just make this, the otherness, which is size 6. And is just kind of better. Although these are recruitment point 2. If we can just recruit these, like, I don't know if it's a recruitment or if you have to like spend a turn to like summon it as a priest. If I can just recruit these seem insanely easy and or cheap. And if we bump it up with enlarge, that could be something. Like if we could get enlarge and ethereal, not ethereal, but large and hard skin. Yeah, that could be pretty damn strong. Because the otherness, the regular version is 44 recruitment points, and I don't know if that's relevant or not because they all say 44. I have no idea. The vile thing. It has Slimer 0. Anyone striking this unit will risk getting slime. Value this ability. It indicates how difficult the effect is to resist. Yeah. And a slime explosion on death. I don't know. Those don't really impress me as much. But then we get into the bigger stuff. The Solar Priest. Nightmare Aura 25. Mind Slime 10. Summon Allies. Yep. Aw, 6. False Fire Burst. And they have the Dawn Sphere. Transforms the aspirant using that into a unit with nightmare. Yeah. Create 1 formless spawn. Cost of killing the aspirant and returning the item is... Oh, so it... Formless spawn, huh? That's this thing. 44 hit points, size 7, 6 protection, 50 morale, sacred, regeneration 10%, slash, blunt, pierce resistant, fire, poison resistant, 2 crush attacks, no trample. I wouldn't say this thing's the end-all be-all, but again, depending on a bless, maybe. The thing that should not be. 59 hit points, 13 protection, 17 MR, 18 morale, only 8 defense, fear 5, cold resistance, claw attack for 23 slashing, and then 4 life drain attacks, all for 23 armor piercing. If it can stave off some damage, it basically would just never die. The greater otherness is obviously even greater. The haze. Okay, so invulnerable 10, fire resistant, heat aura 6, ethereal, population killer, mind slime 10. They have a shining gaze for a stun and a life drain. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. They only have 12 hit points, but ethereal with invulnerable is always a classic, and a life drain. Ascended, priest level 2 with some +2 in fire, astral death, or glamour. Invulnerable 10, the heat aura 6, ethereal. There is a possibility of a thug here, I suppose. They can equip the full accoutrement except for boots. Not bad. Elder Thing. Paralyzing explosion on death. They have a paralyzed attack. And a mind blast paralyze. Seems kind of like you just throw it to the side and hope it paralyzes all your enemies. Okay. There's a lot to be determined here. Oh, look, the king in yellow. Well, obviously we have to frickin' pick the king in yellow. He's got 66 hit points, 7 protection, 12 defense, 20 MR. He's got decent leadership. 2 astral, 1 glamour to start. He's got a fear 5 aura, he's blunt resistant. 2 magic tentacle attacks, armor piercing, and a mind blast for paralyze. Range 100. So, you know, he's a Titan, right? Or is he a Dominion 2? He's a Dominion 2, so he's sort of a Titan-esque thing. Can he solo? Can he be an awake expander? I mean, obviously not without some substantial buffs. Either bless or just spellcasting. He has astral, which is body ethereal, which is already pretty far along. He has glamour, so, you know, he has access to, like, displacement, which will make him very hard to hit in addition to body ethereal. I think those two things could be pretty big. So I'm tempted to maybe make him dormant. But he also probably will have... You think this is the final research ability? Is this modified by anything? Each level a mage has in one of the paths increases their research ability by 2. Yes. So he will have a much higher research ability than that, depending on what we give him. The problem is, we already have strong Astral and Glamour. So giving him Astral and Glamour kind of sucks. But I can't not pick him. So we're going to kind of gimp ourselves a little bit by picking this guy, but we have to. He's the king in yellow. He is our god. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. Scales. Again, like, it's a big question mark. I don't know enough about the summoning or getting these things. What I know is what I see, and what I see is the warrior in yellow, and we want them. Because, I feel like these guys could win battles pretty easily just on their own. You throw in some extra buffs in there, like displacement, and fucking say goodnight. So that's why I lean towards scales, as I always do. You know, we do get a lot of magic, and we kind of want to take that. But I can't skimp on Dominion either, even though we don't really need that many Sacreds. But maybe that's solid enough. We'll be a little hard up for cash. But, I don't know. 25 gold is not super cheap, but it's fine. I think that's fine. We could go here and maybe take that instead. Let's go Cold Aura. Unless I had some cold-blooded stuff. We have amphibious stuff, but I don't think I saw cold-blooded anywhere. It would be weird if things from the void have cold-blooded. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, okay. Alright. And then we got 10 bless points if we want to spend that. So we're not going to get enlarge, unfortunately. So that whole thing with the little guys is out of the question. So we just got to think about... We've got big, beefy things. Like, big, monstrous things are going to be coming in from the side and just wrecking. And a lot of them have regen. I mean, what's like going to be our staple? I feel like the thing that should not be is probably too high end to be our staple. So maybe the formless spawn, but I feel like it's probably going to be the otherness. This is probably our staple. Because it's size 6 trample, which is pretty good. And it's slash blunt pierce resistant with regeneration 47 hit points. So let's assume this is our staple, and it's resistant to everything. So we really just want it to be harder to hit. Etherealness would be strong, but we have a lot of astral mages, so we can point buff those guys with that. So that's the problem in general with this stuff, is like a lot of these things could be point buffed anyways. Displacement is a big one. Attacking units have their attack skill reduced by 5. Or we could go all the way to a Dread Aura for Fear 5, because I don't think those had... No, these don't have Fear Aura. In fact, a lot of these things didn't. So, maybe Fear. Maybe we just go for that. And we go for just buffs that we can cast on them for everything else. So we would need Glamour 8, which is going to be hard to snag. We'll probably have to nix this. There you go. Okay, and then we can take Dread. And then we got 2 points left. We could take Heroism, because I kind of like that. Or Magic Resistance, which is probably more the correct option in most cases. Well, then they have 15 MR. It's not nothing. Alright, I like Heroism. And we'll take... more Heroism. It is what it is. Alright, that's what we're gonna go with. No, we're not... Fucking no. Hastur is our god. All praise Hastur. I know, I named him. I named him! And everything else is the default, because I like the length of those kind of games. So here we go. I do think we'll struggle a little bit in the early game without the Awake Expander and with an intention of getting these heavy soldiers. We're gonna see how that works out. We may as well profitize our starting guy, because we're not going to get anything higher than that. So he's going to become our prophet. You're going to sneak around. Why don't you go check out White Harbor for me? We don't have trusty research, as I went over last time, so our starting research is already done. We did get Thaumaturgy 1, so we get stuff like Personal Luck or Curse. You know, things like that. Got Construction 1, Evocation 1, for Bewitching Lights. Oh, we never look at our national spells, but we get Baleful Light. Range 35, 75% casting time, 1 person, but 3 of them. Precision 2, 20 fatigue, 5+ armor negating damage. Can only be cast by spell singers. Well, that is not a bad little spell to spam. Now, spell singers, so my aspirants, they can all spam the shit out of this. Okay, well then I feel better about getting aspirants. And then what are we looking at for how many we can get of these? 5 a turn. Okay. They are very strong. And we do actually start with 30 of them. Jesus. Along with Renegade Crossbowmen. Yes. Okay, so the Renegade Bowman we might want to benefit from. I can get basically 3 for every one of the warriors in yellow. So let's do that. It's badass stuff, man. So what do we want? What are we gonna have? We already got Baleful Light. We don't get anything else unique out of Evocation. Alteration has Shaping Chant. Range 20, 4+ effect, 30 fatigue. Provides 3 additional protection to each armor part. So we get Temper Armor as a divine spell. But magic resistance negates easily. Which means that there's a roll to see if their armor gets buffed. Most armors will likely resist the effects. That's not great. Because, like, what do we have? We have 11 MR, which isn't that great. That's not really their super strong suit. But magic resistance negates easily means that they get like a +4 to the roll. So it's like they have 15 MR. So, yeah, I mean, I guess you could spam it, and you'll probably catch a few. And again, all of our aspirants can do that. But then they're not casting, like... Well, it depends on what spells they have. But yeah, I mean, I suppose it's not the bad... It's not the worst. And again, like, we're not going to get Earth. We're not going to get any Earth magic. So... Yeah, I think we are going to have to focus on that stuff. So that would be Alteration 1 if we want to grab that. And I think we probably do. At level 4, we get Rite of Illumination. Permanently transforms the aspirant into a haze. Void Being will gain a path boost of 1 in Fire and Astral. Okay, so there's just 3 different versions of that, depending on if they have Fire, Astral, or Glamour. And then it costs 3 different types of gems. They also get Ardent Horizon. Range 10, area effect 1. Empower allies and forces them to go berserk. Berserk what? Plus what? And it's only AoE 1. But throwing that on one of our, like, things from the void or something could be worthwhile. All right, well, we definitely want Alteration 1. Beyond that, it's a little trickier, but yeah, Alteration 1 would be good. Conjuration, we get Strange Bedfellows. Summons an Elder thing. Sure. Summons 3 of them. No, those are the ones that have the paralyzed explosion. So that's why they're pretty cheap. You just kind of... They're meant to be very expendable. Level 3, you get Empyrean Flames. Summons a Haze. It's a ritual. So instead of transforming yourself into one, you can summon 3 of them. It seems like a better trade. Summon Shogoth, a greater otherness. Okay. So that's how you get a greater other. But there's obviously, you know, we get stuff from temples. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, well, definitely Alteration 1 is a priority. Okay, that's it. Okay. Alright, I think we can definitely handle some of these. Already getting damn good gem income. Look at that. 4 fire, 4 astral from turn 1. Strong stuff. Okay. We're gonna do my usual sort of, my usual shenanigans. Layout. And you can cast Baleful Light. Why don't you cast, we don't need Divine Blessings. I wonder if Word of Bewilderment is just better? No. No, it is not. I refuse to believe it. Because this will do... Yeah, 7 plus... Or 7 armor negating magic damage on 3 targets. This is just 1 person. For 10. I'd rather have Baleful Light. But we want Sermon of Courage, Baleful Light, cast spells. Okay. Alright, and I definitely think we can take on this. Can I take on this? Possibly. I can't even reach the... No, we gotta go... This is heavy cav, but... mainly heavy infantry. Alright, we'll go there first. Alright, well, we are definitely short on resources, as expected. But that will come with more provinces. And look at our first guy, Fire Astral. So that's gonna come. And 11 research ability. Depending on what paths they pick up, you know? Alright. Let's watch our first battle. We like that. The inaugural battle. Yeah, that's not gonna really do shit. But thanks for playing. We're hoping for some Baleful Light. Baleful Light. Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, we got strong troops. No doubt about that. Damn strong. Ate the heavy cav charge for breakfast. We lost 6 of them. Alright. Let's eat a second heavy cav charge. And we'll probably want to restock after that. More resources, yes. Train monster in temple. I want to see it. Tianchi, right over here. Okay, we are going to want to get White Harbor then pretty quickly. Because I don't think he'll hesitate on that one. We can recruit cultists off base, off forts. They only cost 1 resource, so I could get 33 of these guys. Is that worth anything? That's the question. Is it worth anything? They're just gonna die in droves. They catch lances. That's it. And I never do that. I like investing in just high quality troops instead. But it might be fun to try throwing a bunch of them at that and seeing how they do. So fuck it. I got money. Just see how it goes. Alright. And we're gonna get a monster. We lost 1 warrior in yellow against 13 heavy calves. That's pretty good. Alright, what did we get? We got a vile thing. Okay. Do we think that it's just random? I guess we'll see. I have to leave it run for a bit and we'll see. Militia, knights, and longbowmen. Yeah, I don't think my cultists will do too well, but they might be able to take Wood of Many Paths. That's okay. Yep. Slowly researching. One of his units died. I hope it was a shitty cultist. He got tough skin. Good. Good. That's good for my profit. Yeah, we got a second vile thing. So maybe not. Maybe it's based on Dominion. That could certainly be. We will not really ever know. But I think that is a reasonable assumption. Alright, well, we're going to take the vile things, I suppose. The bless is kind of pointless. Because they already have heroism, and they are not going to get displacement until we get the king in yellow. So they just exist. Probably just for a slime explosion on death. So we're going to have them hold and attack closest. And go just like here. They're pretty slow. Okay, go here. Alright. Let's take on this. What are we sending? 78? Yeah, no problem. All right, after alteration 1, what do we want to focus on? Where are our big buffs? For astral, well, alteration 3 really is body ethereal. That's pretty big. Otherwise, thaumaturgy has well, it has slumber, which is really nice. And then at 5, it has group luck, which is also really nice. But I think body ethereal might take precedence. Shroud of Bewilderment is also really strong for a thug, like our king in yellow, maybe. Eventually, we can get Aura of Splendor. But that's if we get fire, so that's a little tricky. Yeah, we already gave him our Sacred's Dread. Aura of Bewilderment would be pretty big. It's hard to say. I mean, if I just want to research stuff for the King in Yellow, then I probably lean towards enchantment after that. But then we'll want thaumaturgy. You know, every nation wants some different stuff usually. We have a lot of money because we're not spending anything because of fucking resources. Yep. Yep. I could make more cultists. We'll see how they do. Oof, that one was a little painful. We lost 1 vile thing, 2 warriors in yellow, 10 renegades. Let's see how the vile thing did. My concern is they come in at the side or something and then slime my dudes. Which is exactly what happened. I should have put them on rear. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Slimed up. Slimed and slowed. Double effect. -4 on defense. Really good if it works in our favor, but not like that. So put them on rear. But yeah. Oh, we did get a lesser otherness, which is kind of worse. Sort of worse. So it is somewhat random. Maybe it's slightly random based on Dominion. We have like a couple options. All right, more resources. Excellent. And then we're going to take on this. Let's go ahead and put that on rear for now. Blah, blah, blah. Yep, that'll be good. And yes, you are here. This is just fucking cultists, you know? There's no finesse here. They are just gonna do cultist shit. Not gonna make a single one more until I determine how well they do. Against the forest trolls? What's... Yeah, okay, they have decent damage, so... And we will greatly outnumber them, so... We'll put them all the way in the back, maybe spread out the trolls a little bit. Let's see how it goes. Alright, there's Marignan as well. Why don't you go ahead and make another one of those, because I might want to make another palisade right away. I have a lot of money. I think this is, yeah, this is the cultist battle. Let's see how they do. They certainly look like a mob. This will be interesting. There is a lot more forest trolls than I anticipated. This is going to be a massacre. Oh, they're netting. They're lighting them on fire. Maybe? They're gonna break very easily, aren't they? Oh, the cultists! We won. Amazing. They all routed, but we still barely won. We lost 35. Honestly, I thought we lost that. But they have susceptible to fire. That's why we won. All those guys with torches. Alright, well done. Here we lost 3 warriors in yellow. And another vile thing. Now, let's see how the revised vile thing did. Did he still just suicide into our own troops? No. This time there was just a lot of fucking troops. Yeah. See, that's just not going to really work either. I think the only way for this to work is actually to have him not hold. Have him go attack closest from the front, not hold. He might catch an arrow and die and just explode uselessly. But yeah, I mean, he was quite useless there. Why did you reset all my recruitment? All right. Okay. Well, that wasn't bad. I could get some blowpipes to maybe help the cultists out a little bit. No, wait a minute. Is that just going to fuck me over hard? That's just going to hit all the cultists. Both of these will. Just go for cultists. Look at how many cultists I can get. Holy shit, that's a lot of cultists. Can't handle that many cultists. Alright, we're gonna do that. Yeah, just wait. We definitely want White Harbor. And he's itching to make a move. Yeah, we could start building temples. They do have a good amount of funds. Let's move you here to build a temple next turn. Okay, that's acceptable enough. All right, we're gonna see how this goes. We should hold one turn. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, I think. Be fun to watch. Okay. And we will watch, of course. The cult mob that worships Haster. This is perfect. Okay, we are going to eat some fucking lances, boys. Net them up, net them up, net them up, light them on fire. Oh no, we're already routed. The heavy calves, too strong. Yeah, heavy calves were way too strong. Okay. But again, it's just like, I don't know what you do with cultists, really. It's like a fun idea, but I don't know. I think I might be able to handle, like, this shit if I want to just do that one more time. And I guess I do. I guess I do. Can't get that many there. All right. Yeah, so we can actually make a spire inside of here. And they don't have the divine thing. So they do need a lab to research, but you could make a lab here and just double my amount of aspirants. And then, well, not double my amount, because I could start making the Fan of Truths back home, which I think is sort of the intention. So why don't we go ahead and build a lab here? You're going to grab loads of soldiers. We'll call them soldiers. Thing from the Void. All right, now this one is a bit more capable with regeneration 25%. The slime. 3 tentacles. This thing is decent. Still, Bless is pretty pointless. But this might be the time where we want to actually point buff them. I don't have Body Ethereal yet. And, I mean, Shaping Chant doesn't really help them, because I don't think they don't have armor, so that wouldn't really do much. Right, so we can't really buff them with almost anything. other than Blur, which is kind of good. And Gift of Cheated Faith, kind of good. Those would be 2 things. So if I had an Astral Glamour, that would be the guy to take. But we don't have that. So I guess Podro, why don't you come with? You're part of the new team. No, we're going to go here. Alright, so here we're now going to just be making aspirants. So we'll get 1 every 2 turns. We're probably going to want to expand that to another lab. Or another temple lab situation. Yeah, I'm not quite ready to switch yet. We want more aspirants. Okay. Hey, Machaka. Everybody loves Machaka. So you could also be just summoning up shit here. But I think I'd rather just have you on research for the moment. We want to get these buffs online. Okay. I know. Shit. Who the hell snuck in there? Ictisator. Fucking Oceania or I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I forgot about the point buffing. Oh well, they did give them some. Oh yeah, they got heroism, they got morale. Get in there, boys. Yeah, it's alright, it's over. Okay, well, they did most of the work for me then. I'll take that. Oceania, yeah. Okay, well, we kicked them the fuck out. There's also, Halesse? Who the hell is Halesse? Halls of the Drowned. Divine Giants of the Sea and Ghosts of the Drowned. Okay, the capital alternates between being a land and water province on turn 3 and 9 of every year. National troops staying in the capital under command of the Golden Bow commander will be transformed into ghosts. Man, that's some damn fascinating nations under here. So I think that's the only other modded one. Me and him. Everything else is vanilla. But yeah, he's on my shit. I assume he's going to be struggling with Oceania for a while. But I'm glad we took this. I think we're going to up the PD here. And I'm going to have you specifically construct a palisade. And I'm going to leave you behind. We're not at war. No, we are at war with Pelagia. Really? Did I just not notice that he took it? And I started this shit? Alright, well then we may as well not pussyfoot around. Alright. And we're gonna go take this on. Good, 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 good. I'm gonna send you here to just make a temple and a lab right away. We want to hold White Harbor. And then after that, maybe Faircliff. Yeah, maybe Faircliff. We'll see. I can't neglect the east path either. Fuck. We're kind of boxed in. Look at Tianchi right there. Marignan right there. We got Vanarus already in the Cracklands. Machaca is like right up here. Then we got 2 ocean nations. I mean, this feels like a cramped ass map. I don't think there's going to be anything underground. No. Not going to be any underground nation. So we may want to take that to our benefit. As for thrones, based on what we know, there's Toledo, Annika, Menace, all kind of clustered right there. That's not good for us because that's very far from us. We may have to check. Nope, nothing there. Try to load in nothing. It's gonna be pretty dicey. Alright, so we had a battle in Star Peaks. What the fuck did I attack in Star Peaks? I don't remember doing this at all. Maybe you should not be... run, dude. Oh, what the fuck was that? Oh, that was my scout? I accidentally had him attack? I don't know how I managed that. Let's see how tough Oceania is. Yeah, they're an aquatic nation, so they actually get... I thought they get a penalty based on land, but maybe the Afroi don't, because they're pretty solid. Yeah, maybe he doesn't get any penalties for being on land. Oh, get slimed, fuck faces. Pretty strong otherwise. Jesus, man. 18 protection, 15 defense. I'm struggling to cut through. Yeah, I don't know why they were so hardy. We lost 3 renegades. We lost all our little monsters, of course, and 16 warriors. He didn't even have that much. I think his Hierophant was doing some shenanigans. I don't know what. But he didn't get that many kills. He got 16 kills total, so I'm not sure how other things died. I guess my archers. And then the cultist battle. Perhaps their final excursion, depending on how this goes. If this is a disaster, then I'm giving up on them. Ow. Ow. It was pretty disastrous. Alright, they can't really do anything. Well, I should have sent them at the barbarians. This was like 30 barbarians or something. They would have done much better there. But I whittled that down somewhat. A fucking Vanarus right here. He's right here. Alright, I'm gonna put a PD here. My PD is probably fucking garbage. It sure looks like absolute trash. But I might just dissuade him for a moment. Because we gotta get back. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Minion +3. Holding a festival to Haster. I mean, I feel like basically everyone got sandwiched in. I don't think I'm unique here. It feels oppressive, but, you know, everyone's going to feel like TNG, he's got me on his right, he's got Marignon on his left. Marignon has TNG on his right, he's got Vanna Roos on his left. Machaka maybe got the best end of the stick, but he might have Oceania on his right and Oceania on his left. I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm obviously not utilizing Carcosa to its highest benefit just yet, because we don't have really anything in Conjuration. And, although I have to go to 5 to get the Shogun, the Greater Otherness, which is probably what we want. But yeah, I mean, we could have all these priests be just summoning up shit. But it's only 1 per temple, so really, I always hate that. I always hate having troops spread around that I have to kind of gather back up. Because it's just never as... I like the idea of, like, an assembly line, kind of like, okay, you know, here you go, make a new captain, here's your 150 troops, be on your way, and then I just ship him off to the front lines, whereas like otherwise I have to be like, okay, here's your commander, now you're gonna go here, then you're gonna go here, then you go here, oh, and make sure you go here to pick up these guys, okay, and then you can go to the end. Yeah. But what are you gonna do? We definitely want to get Mushwood though before he does, because that's going to be a pretty nice amount of resources. Forest and mountains, that's big. So I'm tempted to just take Panabust with some troops right now and just go. Whoops. Yeah, I think I'll win. No problem. And then he can bring the troops back. I just want to make sure I get it. Alright. Okay. That could be bad. Well, first of all, Hastra arrived, so that's great. And then TNG went to Mushwood the same turn. He went first. So depending on how much he brought, usually they don't do much. They send piddly stuff. Okay, it wasn't super piddly, but we did win. And that's not going to count as war. Thankfully. Okay, good. Yeah, that was 138. So we added just... yeah, look at how much resources we added. That's big time stuff. Great. Alright, and then we're going to bump up the PD there to make... it's such a waste of money, but it's so ingrained, I can't get it out. Alright, we got Haster. Excellent. I don't know if he can do anything other than Strange Bedfellows, which... I wish it was... if that was 3+, I might consider it, but otherwise... he is not capable of doing much. Yeah, and I don't think he's really... he equips sword? He could equip a sword. This is 18 armor-piercing magic. But he can equip a sword and shield. So... you could give him, like, an enchanted spear. And an enchanted shield. To help him on his merry way. Also enchanted helmet. Enchanted armor. I mean, why not? Fucking let's load him up. Could get a fire sword, but I don't think that's really a strong choice. Ring of fire. No. Okay, just looking at some of our options here. Okay. Probably gonna mostly be this astral shit. Let's make the enchanted shield. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Mostly it's the astral stuff then. So we're making the shield. We'll give him enchanted spear. He can make for himself the armor. Sure. And then you can make the helm. Done. Okay. All right, the thrones. Fucking fourth one is there. Fifth one, oh my god, miserable. There's 2 in the ocean, of course. And then there's gonna be 1 underground. Here, the hole. That's basically the one that's accessible to me. This is gonna be a long game. We're gonna have to wipe out at least 2 nations, I imagine. Depending on who picks a fight. I'm really upset Oceania already picked a fight. We'll see how that goes. Alright, boom, 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 boom. So that bumps him up to 18 protection, 19 defense. You got the enchanted spear. Yeah, it does lower his number of attacks against a single target, but we're mostly banking on the fear aura and stuff anyways. It's more just about survival. It's not bad. It's not bad. 19 defense is pretty good. So now you're gonna ship out. You can cast on yourself mirror image, but that's not a great use of your time. Body ethereal is a big one. Displace body is the other big one. And then we wanted the Shroud of Bewilderment or whatever, but the rest is mostly just whatever. Blur and Displace don't stack. Yeah, I guess mirror image. Back closest. And we'll put you at the back. Alright, I'm tempted to throw... fucking Vanarus. I don't really have options now. I have to take Sleepy Mountains. If I want to have anything, any option of like moving on. And we gotta take this so I can go underground. So, yeah, that's great. Probably should take some of these monsters, huh? Just really questionable. Like, I could take just fucking more, warriors in yellow, and I'm gonna take this little poop emoji. And these are mindless, that's right. They're just not gonna do, like, anything. I really don't think so. Whatever. All right. Ah, Vanarus. We are destined for war, I'm sure. But Tianchi might start something first, so... Yeah, I'm not gonna blink first. I will let him make that call. Let's start making Phantom of Truths. I also could just make Sun and Rags and have thugs go out. But I don't need thugs if I don't have provinces I want to attack. Alright, we got the palisade out here. That's good. Why don't you go ahead and build it into a fortress? Why don't you start training a monster here? Why don't you start training a monster here? I know I said I don't want to do it, but I'm probably going to need every bit of help I can get. Alright, yeah, we're trying to get group luck. That'll be pretty significant. But I think if I wanted a personal buff, that would probably be the Shroud of Bewilderment. So let's go Enchantment 3, then Construction 3. Probably should have grabbed some priests. Conjuration 5 for Shogoth. I mean, we have to make Shogoths. There's no question about that. But... Alright, we're going to take you guys along. I'm just going to have you cast Shaping Chant. It's got range 20. So try and cast it 3 times. And then... Yeah, I mean, maybe Body Ethereal's just better. But this is 4+. I will see what the effectiveness rate is on if they can, on how well it applies. And then I'm gonna pull them back a little bit because we got heavy cav coming in. We'll see how it goes. Well, we won, so that's good. You shall see how well I won. It's a lot of knights. This is why Vanarus didn't take it yet. Alright, so... 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18. Did it affect anyone? Can I get a hit roll here? If I look at the priest. Resist, 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 resist. Failed to resist. I got 1 crossbowman with that spell. 1 warrior in yellow there. So 2 warriors in yellow with the second one. That is abysmal. Holy shit, that's a lot of mirror images. Oh my god. What a nightmare to behold. Miss. Repel. Miss. Hit for 0 points of damage. Protection roll 35 plus 6. Where do you get that kind of protection from? Oh, that's right. We also have our Dread Aura active, so I should be blessing my my othernesses. Little turds. He probably did cast Divine Blessing. So now they are a lot more valuable to me. And probably should be point buffed with, like, Body Ethereal and Bless. Alright, so we lost 7 warriors in yellow. Not amazing. Not amazing, but... yeah, okay. Next would be 180 barbarians. Okay, it's probably not quite that many. It's probably more like 120. But it's a lot. It's a fucking lot. And if I don't take that, you know, I stop here probably, because he'll take it eventually. But... White Man Hill. 150 supply points, 1 nature gem, and increases growth. Damn, this is kind of a decent spot for a fort. Alright. I'm going to send Haster downstairs alone. Ooh. I think that probably our crew can handle the barbarians. And I'd hate to not have that spot. I think you're going to go now with Divine Blessing, Sermon of Courage, Baleful Light. And you, my friend, are going to go down here in order to cast Body Ethereal. I mean, also Blur would be good, but I'd have to put them on hold and attack. Actually, we should probably put everything on hold and attack. Then I can get more of these shaping chants off. So let's do my later setup. For when I want to buff properly. So then why don't we have you... Why don't we do... Shaping Chain, Divine Blessing, and then throw out a Sermon of Courage, Baleful Light. Alright, let's try that. They're slow. I mean, they're damn slow, but I hate to put them further forward. Yeah, we'll see. Alright, and we're going to go to Arnbeg, and I'm going to bolster the PD here. And we're going to... Yeah, I'm just going to make a mounted commander right here. Right, so we can make Warriors of Light here. Or Warriors in yellow, not of light. And we can also get Longbowmen. Dang! That's just better. That's just better, and they're like... Well, the only thing is the recruitment points, but still, they're just better. Hell yeah. Alright. Good, I suppose. Sort of good. We're just gonna keep making turds. Again, I'm not quite sure the mechanics. All it just says is Temple Summon Void Beings. Aspirants can temple train Void Beings, do not require labs to recruit. And that's basically it. That's all you get to know about it. I mean, there is Temple Trainer Montag. So this tells you what you can get, which is what we've been getting. It's possible to get regular othernesses, apparently. And then there's Void Summons. which we know that a lot of those are under conjuration, and then there's one. Yeah, I guess they're all under conjuration. Shogoth, which is the otherness, or the greater otherness. The Hunter from Beyond, which is thing that should not be. And then there's the ones that are under alteration for Rite of Illumination to turn aspirants into haze. And then I think there was some other one, right? Isn't there another one that you just summon 3 hazes, or was that under conjuration? Yeah, Empyrean Flames. Empyrean Flames would be solid, I think. So that's Conjuration 3, which we're going to get to. Yeah, we'll get to it. Okay. Hey, we got Rod, the Phantom of Truth. Oh, God. Yeah, Astral 2, Death 1, Glamour 2. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. We will be incorporating those into combat. All right, let's see if Hastur dies. Well, let's watch the big barbarian battle. Body Ethereal. Put it right. There you go. You got it on it. Maybe I should do it twice. What are you following it up with? Blur. Yeah, Body Ethereal on all of them would be better than Blur. So that was a mistake. And then First Contact. Fear Aura, Fear Aura, Fear Aura. They all have Fear Aura. Dread 5. Come on. Just run. Routed 1 squad. They managed to kill 2 of the othernesses. Okay. I mean, I knew we could do it, but... yeah, alright. We lost 2 of those less othernesses, 4 warriors in yellow. And that was 124 barbarians. Pretty significant. Pretty good. Alright, and then Hastur. Let's see how he does. I mean, he's gotta be, like, just really fucking hard to hit. Body Ethereal is already awesome. But then Displace Body. And Mirror Image. So he's got 20 defense, 18 protection. He's ethereal. He's displaced, so -10 to attack on the first attack against this guy from each unit, and then -5. He casts... yeah, and then he has all the mirror images, which are all, I think, equally buffed, right? So it's just really hard to connect with the actual correct version of him. Oh, they are. Okay, there you go. And then he takes massive amount of damage, and the Fear Aura doesn't cut the jaw. Yep, okay. Yep, that happens pretty much every time I send out a god. That was not enough of a buff. He needed invisibility, really, which is a much higher end buff. So that sucked. But I think we can call him back pretty easily because we have a lot of priests. So we're going to take a hit to our research for a moment and just have everyone fall. Except for the ones that are training monsters, because I want to keep that going. Alright, well... good, and we can keep rolling here, so that's good. And you're going to construct a palisade here. So we just want to take anything we can that Vanaroos might grab real quick. So let's keep rolling. Yep. We got attacked deliberately in White Harbor by the other modded nation with their ghosts and shit. That was no problem. That was a problem. Yeah, my PD really blows. I mean, maybe at higher numbers, my PD gets really strong because I start bringing out warriors in yellow and stuff, but low end is just shit ass call. It's probably the worst PD I've ever encountered. But when you have this few of types of units, like what did I expect? I have 3 types of cultists, like shit ass, and then I have warriors in yellow. So did I really expect the PD to just be all your warriors in yellow? Because that would be like probably the best PD I've ever encountered. That would be like, what was that? I think it was the Warhammer Dwarves. Carcosa, or whatever it is. That basically the PD was exactly the troops that I was just making. So that was like the best PD. Alright, well, we have to head... Don't head that way. Oh, fuck. This is slow ass shit. Yeah, I think we need to make another noble in yellow. We need to make a second squad here. And yeah, now we are definitely at war with Ichekes. Let's say the halls of the drowned. So, awesome. Awesome. And Oceania is at war with him as well. So that's good. Like, I don't know if the Sun and Rags would just be a better thug than our god, but it'd be a hell of a lot cheaper. Yeah, I might make a couple of these just so we can see. They definitely need some gear, right? I mean, they need something. I don't really have the construction, but they need some kind of armor, some strong armor, and then, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what would be amazing for them for miscellaneous. They are going to have good self buffs. And there aren't really any miscellaneous items that are going to... I don't know if there's anything that gives fire shield or something. So really just survivability, because he's got mind slime, he's got the fear aura. Everything around him is going to be slowed and getting morale checks. Maybe just make him... I don't know. The life drain is pretty important. I was going to say just make him like a spellcasting thug. But his attacks are really strong. So yeah, probably just defensive stuff. A lot of defensive stuff. Okay. So we got another leader. We don't need that many. Hmm, 100 is kind of slim. Why don't you... We got Astral 3 on you. Fuck, we don't have Construction 3. Because I'm trying to call the god back. And not really to make him as a thug anymore, just to have him. So he's going to stay in Carcosa now. But yeah, I wanted the helm to give him 100 leadership. Or 100, yeah. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go... Give me things from the void. Give me the big otherness. Oh. Alright, then just go othernesses. With the main otherness. Okay. And we're gonna have him do point buffing on a bless. And then we want to have someone else point buff body ethereal. So we'll bring you along. And yeah, we'll see. All right. Okay, Aster has returned. So, I mean, it's a fucking 30 research. I should have just done that from the start. Well, it allows me to get this finally. So that's nice. And we are building a palisade here, so I definitely wanted it. Yeah. All right. Let's script this. Hold and attack closest. Undisciplined. What? Oh, there must be some cultist in here. Okay, hold on. Yep. Little shitty cultist snuck in there. Alright, well, I'll take more turds, I suppose. Alright, hold and fire. Archers, hold and attack closest. Yeah, shaping chant, man. I question it. If it was just magic resistance negates, that would be pretty great. But without that, like, I guess you're meant to bring along just like 8 of them. Just bring along 8 of them, and enough will go through to make it count. But body ethereal will always go through. But it's just so minor that I guess I'd rather take the gamble rather than just buffing like 3 guys. 3 guys for certain versus like maybe 12 guys, maybe 1 guy. You don't know. Okay, so now our research is up to 217 a month. That's a lot better. Let's do that. I do think we could just make another, I mean, I don't know how many troops we're making per turn here. Like 30, maybe around 30 troops per turn. Yeah, we're gonna make one of those. Oh yeah, but I was... Do it that way. It's fine. We'll get him. We'll get him. We'll get him. Okay, go. It's battle in Elkland. We lost 1 crossbowman. It's battle in White Harbor. We lost more than 1 crossbowman. Fucking bogmaters. Ethereal. With magic weapons. Damn your unbalanced mods. Although, ethereal doesn't matter. The warriors in yellow have magic weapons. I actually want to see how the archers died real quick. See what I'm up against. Return fire. Yep, 100%. Okay. So, yeah, they all have spectral longbows. Okay, I mean, ethereal archers is a little cheese, I gotta say. Not a big fan of that. Makes me want to play that nation. Oh, Lego would fucking love that nation. Oh my god. I gotta tell him about that. Yeah, he would very much love that. Okay, we took back White Harbor, which is right next to White Man Hill. I didn't pick, I mean, this is, I don't know, you know, I don't know what to tell you. I didn't pick it. Don't ask me. Okay, good. Why don't we grab some more mages? Because we're making, yeah, I mean, we make a lot of aspirants. That's the point. Oh yeah, this was the longbowman place. Ooh, can I snag some longbowmen? Nice. Oh, my shit-ass PD. Do I want to spend that much money just to up the PD? I kind of want to see. Let me just see. Okay, so if we go 45, we get a noble in yellow. And then we get a lot of renegades and Carcosans. It never gets better. It just gets more of it. Ah, shit. But just like psychologically against the AI, I have to, I have to. Alright, 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 alright. Alright, alright, alright. I mean, in hindsight, I probably should have built the fort in Elkland instead of Sleepy Mountains, because a lot of roads connect straight there, but no matter what, he can hit me basically anywhere on the coast. What an asshole. Yeah, we're gonna get the no, and then we get our son in rags. Very exciting. Barignon has declared war. Come on, guys. Brone's been claimed. Completed some shit. Marignon declares war. From like, you don't have any other bigger issues? You idiot. That's the only spot he can attack me from. I think he just felt like it. He just like... Yeah, we don't like Haster, and we're against it, so let's kill him. Alright, we want to not take... God. Oh my god, I have a lot of units. Honestly, I'm okay with that, but I think once we hit construction 3, yeah, just make a few of those nice helmets. I'm gonna grab you and you. If all I care about is the, maybe I should take a proper mage, though. Yeah, eventually I'll get group luck. We're still not at war with Vanarus. I might just go fuck up Marignon, then, if he's gonna be an asshole about it. We're gonna build a fortress here. And we can start getting proper... Ooh, I could take heavy cav instead. That is something I don't have. That could be pretty nice. I mean, they're not insanely good or anything. 14 protection, 17 defense on the rider, 16 protection, 9 defense on the mount. But the charge is pretty strong. Especially in the rear where I'm not hitting anything. We could do that. It's not something I ordinarily do, but... I probably have enough of these guys. Even though they are very good. Ghosts. Ghosts with the most. Shit. Alright, cut him off. Yes. We're doing okay on Dominion in the sense that I have a Dominion. You know, it could be a lot worse, but let's look at the charts here. Provinces. Vanarus is doing very well. Oceania and I are on second, kind of trailing. Yep. Yep. I am leading on income, so that's good. I'm leading on gem income, although was that? Yeah, it was Vanarus spiked massively. I wonder if that means that one that Dominion, we're I think sort of tied for a second. That's not bad. Army size, we're in second. Machaca took the first throne. Well, he has them all, so it's not surprising. I wonder if the Weald that he just lost has a lot of spot. You know what? I'm actually going to take that now. We'll see how that goes. All right. Vanarus declares war on my unholy nation. Another throne was claimed from Pelagia. There, we lost 2 warriors in yellow, so that's fine. Barbarian Horde attacked Elkland. I lost 1,600 population. But PD can do that at least. 1,600 population. It's pretty minor. And there is a big army. Alright. But Vanarus declared war on me. Fuck. Fuck. Numchuck, fuck. That's not great. Alright, first of all... give me that money. So I'm going to have some PD to maybe discourage an attack or two. Not that that'll do much. Nah. Okay, I'm at war with 4 nations. God bless TNG for being fucking level-headed here. This is a little scary. Because he's got Weidmaters, Lithsmaters, Modders, Furds, Vikingers. Seems like mostly not ghosts. Furds are just shit. Mostly chaff, but 13 defense. Weidmaters have the longbows, so that's normal old longbow archers. Vikingers got the throwing axes. Yep. That's what I would have made a lot of. Lithsmaters are ghosts with spectral throwing axes. Christ. I mean, I probably should send both armies in and just crush it, right? Yeah, I think don't get distracted. Now I hesitate, though, because I wonder if Vanarus will be more aggressive than Marignan. Yeah. Yeah. I could ferry these troops over with Panabust. And you could pick up these. Alright. Better than wasting time here. So, grab these. Grab these. Grab all this shit. Fuck, these are mindless. Can't leave magic beans. Oh yeah, they're all okay, can't bury those. Alright, whatever. That's the plan. Assassination attempt. Killed an assassin, killed an oh yeah, they both killed an aspirant. Both in Mushwood. What, before I left? Did I have 3? Is that how many I took? Okay, well, take more, I suppose. Ugh, God. So, yeah, there were assassins. There sure were. Battle and on remark. Alright, we did catch him. He didn't move, so that's good. We lost very, very minor stuff. We lost quite a bit. Defense minus 10 in the wield. Deadly yellow mold. We love yellow mold. We love yellow. All yellow. Ah, God. And then, yeah, it's just scum. Just fucking scum is what I would call it. Okay, on remark. Get up to that. We gotta keep moving. I could take a Fezabor, which prevents someone else from taking it, I suppose. It's a lot of war, man. Okay, well, we got another guy. Nanvather. Okay, and then Vanther will go. And then we have to figure out the Sun in Rags. How much could they solo? Honestly, I think with some buffs, they might be able to just solo one of these shitty and just take it, right? I mean, I'm going to just try it. It's a pretty small investment just to see if he can just retake basic PD with just some self buffs. So, Body Ethereal is obviously pretty essential. He doesn't have Glamour. He's got Fire and some Death. So, Skeletal Body would give him Pierce Resistance, which is usually what PD is because it's also arrows. So, we're going to give Skeletal Body. And probably either Fire Shield or Astral Shield. Probably Fire Shield. Yeah. I mean, you can also cast Holy Avenger, which I think is good. So we'll do Fire Shield and Holy Avenger, and then attack closest. Okay, we're just gonna see how he does. Alright, you're gonna pick up more troop. Well, what do you really... You don't have any troops here. It's all bullshit. Oh, we're making cab there. There you go. Go there. Yeah, I suppose. Start to get Dark Knowledge going. I have no Death Gems. Let's get some Death Gems. do that. I'm sure you'll find something, pal. You're on top of this. I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't have any other remote searching, unfortunately. I'd have to send somebody out. Why don't you just search real quick while you're here? And why don't you search real quick while you're here? And you can search real quick while you're here. Alright, I guess. God. Found an ancient temple. Battle in Fezabor, flawless. Battle in Faran, we lost the sun in rags. Now, admittedly, it was 20 barbarians PD. I didn't know that. Had I known that, I probably wouldn't have done it. Because that's not pierce resistance, and that's a lot of damage. None of what I really buffed outside of Body Ethereal will help. It's cool as hell looking, though. Did hit fucking hard. Damn, he like almost won. Body armor would have gotten that. Okay. I'm not giving up on that idea then. We got attacked in On Remark, and we lost it. So much for my PD. Ghosts. Bullshit. And we got attacked in Dragon Point, and we lost it. Alright, so we got... I guess I'll grab a couple of those from you, a couple of those from you. I gotta script all this. Hold and attack closest. Hold and fire archers. Hold and attack closest. You're gonna point buff. And... point buff. And then just Baleful Light, I suppose. You're gonna do the usual shaping chant. You, however, got some more options. You got Group Blur, which is not bad. Also, now we don't have Group Luck yet. We'll get there, but not yet. Okay, then definitely Group Blur is the correct option. Followed by False Fetters is pretty strong, but short range. Sleep or Slumber is pretty strong, assuming it doesn't happen to us. We'll go with that. We'll go with Double Line, go there. We got these things down here, these here. Blah, 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 done. Probably just gonna group blur the archers, but what are you gonna do? And then here, similar things. Hold and fire archers, except we have even less use. It's all shaping chance. Fuck it, it's all shaping chance. Maybe some of them will go off. Okay. Weren't you casting Dark Knowledge? Oh, that costs 4. Why is it so expensive? Well, we can head back to On Remark and maybe hold it. But I can't hold almost any of this stuff. My PD is terrible. And we don't have that much money. So it's not great. Panabust. Oh, why don't you come along with... We're shuttling troops. I'm worried about the heavy cav compared to just making my warriors. We'll see. Do I want to make another sun in rags? Yes, I suppose I do. And we need to make armor for him. Do you have any good options yet? The gossamer gown? That's not it. So then it's the enchanted ringmail. That's not it. Fuck. What other options do I really have? Maybe some death 2 option? That's not good at armor for that. I don't have any other spellcasters. It's all glamour. I do have a fire 2 guy. You can make this. 16 body protection is not bad. Alright, that's what you're making. Can I make any cool miscellaneous items? Well, fire in a jar. These guys have possibly fire 2. Ideally, he gets glamour. Glamour 2, maybe. But fire 2, if he gets that, we do have conjuration 3. He could phoenix power to fire 3. But really, we just need to get conjuration 5 so he could summon a fire elemental as one of his things. So I'd say fire in a jar is eventually okay. But really... don't really have many great options. Unfortunately. It's just the Burning Pearl to give him higher attack skill. Which is its own sort of reward, I suppose. We're just limited, man. I guess just give him Twist Fate. Okay. Let's see what happens. See how I get fucked again. We got attacked in Dubros. Lost it. We got attacked in Ephesibor. Lost it. We attacked Dragon Point. Got it. Attack King's Tomb Desert. Got it. Attack On Remark. Painfully got it. Attack Eagle Reach Mountains. Got it. Okay, well, we gained more than we lost, so we're on the upswing. Marignon continues to ignore me, which begs the question of why he bothered to declare war. We're just going to try to take as much as we can from both of these nations. As quickly as we can. Don't really want to get caught sieging, though, because that just bogs you down for an eternity. This got reset, so that's good. Who knows how long ago? We have Thaumaturgy 4. So he can teleport now. That's nice. But really, you mostly want that. Oh, we do have a Fire 2 guy. That's right. You can do Augury. Forever. That's your job now for a long time. And then Dark Knowledge is going to keep going. I don't really... yeah, we got to get Conjuration. Or no, we have to get Evocation up. For Arcane Probing. And then there is one for... there is one for Glamour, of course. But it's a really... I think it's Conjuration 4? Yeah, and at the end of the rainbow. So let's do Conjuration 4, Evocation 3, then Conjuration 5, then probably Construction 5. Yeah, this is definitely a trickier nation to pilot and do well with. You have very curious options here, and Glamour in general, I just don't have a great amount of experience with, of like, yes, I want this, I want this, I want this. It's probably my least used outside of blood. But blood's simple. You just go into fucking blood magic. Alright, may as well throw money into this. Never know. A lot of battles. A lot of fucking battles. Okay. Radon, mounted commander, got assassinated. Great. We got attacked in Jaburnia, and that was fine. We got attacked in Eagle Reach. That wasn't fine. We attacked Illidar. That was fine. Got attacked in Honor Mark again. Obviously lost it. He's just going to keep flooding it over and over, but now he's got his pretender here, the Ghost King. Obviously. He attacked King's Tomb Desert. We defeated him, and then we got attacked there again by someone else. And we're still here, so keep it coming. We attacked Simri, no problem. And Ephesibor, no problem. We also got those mercs. Okay, so now we're going back here. There's his capital. I could just start besieging it. Assuming I win. Question is, how many forts does he have here? There could be 8 forts here. Who knows? He's a fuckface, but Marignon's right here, so we have to assume he doesn't get farther than Glistening Dew Forest. Still, with these guys, the ghosts at my ass, just can't do a whole lot. And he's just got too many forts. I can't shut it all down. But besieging his capital does cut off a lot of income for him. It might be worth the effort. I really should try to parlay with Halessi. I'm gonna send them a message. I don't want to kill their god, because then that's a lot trickier to get it, I would imagine. These guys might end up going into a battle, so but I don't know where to send them. I don't want to attack that, so we may have to concede another spot. Why don't we go for Valcoria? Also, don't do that. Back to that. We got him now. Yeah, I mean he's gonna take something. We know that. You get this stuff. Look at how fun you are now. 23 protection. That would have helped against the guys. He didn't get any glamour. He got 3 astral, 3 death. Oh, you're right outside my fucking capital. What the hell? Also, we need another one of these guys. Alright, well, this is your first job, guy. Take back this. Body ethereal. Yep. I could just spam raise skeletons. It's not a bad option. Or if we get horde of skeletons, even better option, really. But we'll still plan for him to go into melee, as stupid as it might be. Skeletal body. Fire shield is not... Yeah, there it is. I think that's it. I think that would be it. Well, also Holy Avenger, I suppose. Alright, should be fine. We got Bernard on our side. For whatever good that does us. Probably should be sending a lot more mages out. That could be a very big tipping factor in these wars. So we'll send a lot out with this guy. "44 units there. 15 units here." Yeah, I mean, these aren't like proper... I mean, this is indie heavy cav, right? Like, it's decent. It's something you're kind of scared of at the start of the game, but I don't know, it's questionable. Alright, let's see how it all goes. It's gonna be a lot more battles. Yup. Found the Sun Ridge, found the Well of Pestilence. Dragon Point. Battle there, fine. Battle in Dubros. Hey, he won. Against some heavy cav, too. And that's, I mean, this is all Light Thug is. Something you can just crank out with very minimal investment, and it can just take PD. Boom, done. So that's heavy infantry there. Struggling. Just, yeah, 23 protection is what we're looking at here. Which is pretty solid. Most PD will struggle to do that. And then we also have Body Ethereal to help out. And Pierce Resistance, if any damage does get through. So, I'm happy with that for the most part. Yeah. I mean, just get like 6 of those, roaming around the map, taking PD back, you know, taking little provinces back. We got attacked here, we lost it, blah, blah, blah. He really got a lot of faith in his Ghost King. We got attacked in Cimrian, we lost it. Jaburnia, we fended them off. Jaburnia? What is... Oh, that's like... yeah, it's the middle province. Well, the cultists did some work. Cracklands we took back. We got attacked in Fezabor, lost it. We attacked Vanarus. We are now besieging his capital. He's not going to like that. We got attacked in Silverham. We lost it. Found some gems. We can't breach or damage Vanarus at all. Well, we are lightly damaging Cracklands. As you do. 61 guys, plus that is good. But I will give up you for this. Nope. Nope. There you go. Good. Good. Alright, and we really don't have a lot of mages here. Guess I'll take you. And you, and yeah, I mean, we're still banking on the... I need to ship mages in, really. If I want more of these aspirants. Alright, you're going... Fuck, you can't go across the river. You're like the shard of a deity or something. Come on. Fuck. Damn. Yeah, maybe you can handle that at least. You're gonna keep going. Just besiege all his forts and wipe out all his troops. I mean, he will absolutely, of course, recruit at all these provinces and eventually just ship out all these raiding parties. There's not much stopping that, but if I can swoop up all those provinces, then we're okay. I don't think I can... No, I can't afford to make another Sun and Rags unless I cut recruitment. Which maybe I should. Light thug is more valuable to me at the moment. I'm in violation of... Oh, right, because I sent the NAP. So I can't violate my own NAP. That wouldn't be in good faith. Messenger Tianchi declared war on me. And Halase denied it. And I lost another aspirant. And we got beaten at Vanarus. And we got attacked in Mushwood. He wiped that out, so now he's fighting in earnest. So that's Maragnon fighting in earnest. We lost Illidar. Blah, blah. Okay. Yep. This is going... I am at war with almost everyone, except Machaka and Pelagia. So, all 4 nations surrounding me, I'm at war with. I don't know why. Like, it would be one thing if I was like M.A. Ermor or something. I just had like terrible dominion or terrible scales and I was just spreading. It was just like, oh, we got to put this down. But it's like, I mean, I know I'm Carcosa. I'm very objectionable in design, but still, I've got really nice scales for the most part. I'm nice people. I didn't declare war on anyone. Yeah, it's pretty miserable. The 4-fronted war is not something you can handle. So, I think we're going to call it here. I know this is a short video, it's a couple hours long, but there's a lot of factions I want to look at, even if it's pretty briefly, and I feel like this is just going to continue to go down the shitter. I do think it's a really cool nation. I think it's just tricky, and I don't know if there's any guides that I could ever find of like, hey, what should I build? How should I do this? Just relying on like my soldiers primarily with renegade crossbowmen and like the shitty like divine protection buff. Not really the way to go. I don't know if I meant to... I think I meant to just lean a lot harder into Conjuration, because we get a lot of gems. You'll notice I have 120 fire gems. So I think, yeah, I was meant to lean a bit more into that and really bum rush this and go for hazes. And just, like, every turn, more hazes. Because if we look at what a haze does... Void Summon Haze. So these things are pretty fucking boss, right? And this is a unit, right? Not a commander. So it's a unit. It's got Invulnerable 10, Fire Resistant 20, Heat 6, which is insane. It's Ethereal. It's got Mind Slime 10. It's Sacred. It's got the Shining Gaze stun effect. And a Life Drain attack, Armor Piercing. So depending on how good your Bless is, these things would be fucking ridiculous. And I think, yeah, like, probably instead of Displacement, or instead of Dread, I should have taken Displacement. For the -5 to attack. And these things would have probably been pretty ridiculous. I mean, I do think Dread would be pretty strong as well. I mean, they're both pretty good. There's probably a lot of options for these things, but this is what I should have leaned far heavier on, is summoning these things, making just a god amount of aspirants, and actually then just, like, turning them into more hazes. Although, so what is that? That was an alteration. That's a little higher. It's alteration 4. You have to spend 8 to turn them into a haze. And gain a path boost of 1 in fire and astral. So I don't, because Haze is their units, not commanders. But I think there's the Ascended. I think you get this form. Because this is the commander form. Yeah, so you'd get priest level 2, you'd get +2 to fire, astral, death, or glamour. You'd still get the invulnerable 10, the heat aura, the ethereal, 50 magic leadership, 50 normal leadership. So you could just lead armies of hazes in with an ascended right there alongside them to throw out the blesses. Yeah, I think that was what I should have done. So I just misread it. I think if I started again and ran it again, we'd probably do a lot better. But there's so many other nations I want to check out. Like the fucking ghosts that have ethereal archers. Are you kidding me? Yeah, there's a lot of cool ones. There's still vanilla nations I want to check out. I mean, I still want to try Katis at some point after how much trouble they've given me. With all the poison insanity. So, I mean, there's just so much Dominions to play. But yeah, I think this run's kind of a bust. It would be tough to pivot now. And just such shitty placement. I mean, really, we're like right smack in the middle of everything. Everything's smack in the middle of everything. I should have played on Dawn of Dominions. That map doesn't disappoint. But anyways. It's good. Carcosa is pretty cool. But my name is Mangg. This has been Dominion 6 with Carcosa. I'll see you fine folks next time.